Manage your cookies. Oh, that was weird. What is that? All right. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Twitch. BRB. Arby's. We've got the meats. All right. Hello. Welcome. What are we doing today? Do you have to talk about people who have like perfect score against me, dude? What's up, Medog? Astrobate always has to. All right, Astrobate. If you play A3 and B4 again in the Nimsbitch Larson opening, I'm gonna have to like cut you off and ban you from being allowed to play that. You can't do that anymore. It's not good. Okay. No A3, B4, Bishop B5, Bishop A4. You're not allowed to do that. A3 maybe, but the rest of the moves, no. No, you can't play Bishop B5 and then C4. That's another thing. Maybe we should just like ban you from playing Bishop B5. I don't know what I'm going to do with you. Because we've seen some really, really bad games out of you. Yeah. C4 is okay, but you need the bishop to guard D3. You can't do Bishop E5 and then C4 and have this massive hole where you get checkmated on D3 and B3. We might have to cut him off. This air conditioner is not doing anything. All right. Yeah, here we are. Weird Wednesday. Soviet born. That's not very much information, right? Is it hot in Budapest? It wasn't, but it's slowly going back to normal. We had very cold temperatures here. You're sure you're not like 10 years old from India? Right. Just gonna make sure. We might have to have you banned from the stream or something. Is it hot in Budapest? Why do you ask? Because I'm sweating? No. It's not hot. It's average now. It was cold actually for a few days. Now we're going back to hot probably by the end of the week, but right now we're in this sort of middle zone where it's like average temperatures. But thanks. Nice to see you guys. What am I doing? Yeah, we're taking challenges 7+5. Why is my... Oh, I didn't change my text. Text me. No, scratch that. Don't text me. Text me, don't text me. Here. Properties. 7+5. Just so you guys remember. I'm getting like people doing random challenges. 7+5 casual. The other day this guy was like, I don't play casual. Okay. Okay, that's fine. But why are you here? Astrobate, is it hot? Is it hot in Las Vegas? Is it hot in Las Vegas? A little bit hot? Hey, are you still like living in the outhouse? Or did they let you back in the house? Are you guys okay now? Masturbate? Are you still living in the heat zone? Or are you still homeless? Or back in your normal place? Nethog. The net thug. Let's do a oh no. Reconnecting. Uh-oh. We have like Lichess restart or something. I got really suspicious reconnecting. Oh boy. That doesn't look good. Can we do a puzzle? Is that too much to ask for? 2555. Call now, 2555. Oh no. Bullet Man is here. Tilt Man, the tilt manager. Hey, it's Miro. Speaking of cutting people off, we're gonna have to like not let him play Blitz anymore. Since Hayes Miro started playing like 3-0 Blitz all the time and Bullet. Huh. Been a different creature. There's Queen D4 threatening Queen B6 check. D6, no. Yeah, I'm not getting this one. Withdrawal symptoms. I got a message. If it pleases master. Alright. Thursday. Didn't I get another message? Snetseg. Alright. Yeah, we never had time to add Snetseg's game. Analysis board. Study. Analysis stream. August 10th. August 10th. My watch is wrong. I just realized my watch thinks it's... Where's my watch? There it is. It thinks it's August 8th today. It gave me the impression it was August 8th. It's August 9th. No, it is August 8th. No, it is August 9th. Alright. If it pleases master. You gotta stop with the A3, B4, Bishop A4, C4, Knight D3 or Knight B3 mate, Activate. I know what we gotta do with you. Howdy. Applying to Activate Nakamura. What? The withdrawal symptoms. Alright, where were we now? Alright, we're gonna play a game. Forget the puzzle. Weird openings Wednesday. Let's start with Knight C3 and see where we can go from here. I am Sladgie playing unusual openings with viewers in rapid exclamation point. Lichess.org. Alright. We have 3 viewers. Wow, they're really killing it. E5. Oh, okay. Alright, I know. Let's see. What are we gonna do? A3? I sounded like Marge Simpson's sisters. 2 knights tango. Tango is technically with black, but you can do that here. Georgy Orlov. I guess made up that name. I mean, I never heard of it before he wrote that book. Which was published by Inside Chess Enterprises. ICE. Inside Chess Enterprises. Yeah, I don't know. I've got different things I can do. I just wasted a minute. I mean, it's hard. I gotta wake up. Mentally wake up anyway. I've been awake for a long time, but my chess brain isn't awake. Chess brain. Is tango Argentinian or French? Masturbate. Oh my god. Delicious. Thanks for the pawn. That's an interesting gambit. See, he's been doing too much bullet chess, I'm telling you. Knight e4, no. Knight e4 loses a piece. Thudoros. There's also e3, d5. Thudoros. It's a good idea, but it sort of loses the initiative. I've played that before. I thought about it, but I think queen h5 actually may be more trouble than it's worth. It might actually be better for black. I'm not sure. Now we have to consider knight to c4. Is it worth it, you know, to consider knight to c4? Knight d3 is kind of bad. I don't like putting the knight there. Knight c4 actually. I feel like this is the reliable move. Thudoros, are you? You're not the same guy as was talking about weird openings before, are you? The natural border between Argentina and Uruguay. Ah. Rio de la Plata. Mar de la Plata. It felt like a trick question, you know. Everybody thinks tango is Argentinian, but it looks like that's the logical answer. I thought Nedog had some kind of trick answer he was going to pull out of his ass. Like, haha, no, it's French. Masturbate with the obvious answer. I had the student in chess student in Cambridge who used to do tango, who was really into that. What's his name? It's a weird name. Can't remember him now. Alright, e4. Why did I play that anyway? I don't know, man. e4 is not the safest move, but it certainly is a powerhouse. Returning chatter. Uh-oh. Oh, nobody likes weird openings too. Okay, because there was another guy last week who was like also well versed and interested specifically in like unusual openings. Or 2 weeks ago, was following my stream. Yeah, not so many people know about that e3 queen h5 idea. If you look in the opening explorer, I've played that before. It's fun, you know, but I didn't want to do it against Hayes Miro. He's like real psycho aggressive. I felt like it would be playing into his hands I'd be playing into his hands, essentially. Normally I would, oh, you're thinking of the Anis family. It's like an Anis family trivia question. So normally I would want to get my bishop outside the pawn chain, but my view of this position is that I'm up a pawn, like for nothing. I think we play the position differently, you know, when we're out material. We can shut down a little bit and take less risks. My personal feeling here, if I play bishop c4, bishop g4, the pin is somewhat problematic. Perhaps, I don't know. I mean, you generally don't want to block your bishop in, I would say. h6. h6 with the idea of. Now I'm ready to castle queenside. It's basically a king's Indian, where black's like down a pawn. Should I even bother though? What if he does g5? I mean, where's my knight gonna go then? Back to d2. Alright, we'll just play it like a king's Indian. Do g5. Be my guest, whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know. Hey, it's he's off too. He's not even online. What are you doing, dude? He's like totally black. He's on the dark net. He's playing from the dark net. His two game plans seem to be to play super fast and play like a maniac with random tactics. I'm trying to encourage him to be more strategic and like have a more wholesome sort of style, but he's fighting me every bit of the way. Oh no, we're reconnecting. God damn it. That's me? Or Lee Chess with a stupid reboot. It's the second time. Oh, come on. What are they doing? Another restart without any notification for anyone? This happens like only when I'm streaming. Claim victory. Claim victory. Claim victory. Claim victory. It's not letting me claim the victory. It's stupid. Lee Chess is off, man. They're doing a server restart. They'll be like, oh, sorry, all your games are aborted. Alright, let's go to ICC. This sucks, man. Clearly the server's down. I literally start streaming and within 5 minutes they've got a server restart. No, you're not going to get on. It's the server. It's I don't think it matters. We're both not online, see? Can we get NetDog timed out for asking childish questions? No, I create new accounts over there all the time, dude. I go to ICC all the time. I haven't played on that site in like 7 years. Alright. Reconnecting. I don't understand. If they're going to do a server restart, why isn't it like down? This is stupid. Can I just like resign? I can't resign. I can't do anything. Can I do puzzles? Hey, we can do puzzles though. Man, I can't even do puzzles. I don't want to mess up my puzzle rating. It's so important to me. What? Then we're going to continue the game? Are you serious? I only play for fun. Yeah, see, now that's the problem with people playing for fun. So that's a sign that you... No, I'm just kidding. I had this long lecture once about how much chess isn't about fun, you know? If you want to have fun, you go to a softball game and eat hot dogs or something. Or, you know, you go bowling, or... There's no problem with having fun, but chess is not about having fun. Chess is not fun. You know, I don't get that fun thing. Chess is like torture and hard work. It's like going to work and grinding. Having fun is great, but this is not the way. This is not a way to have fun. I don't play for the rating. I play for the clock. God, dude. Bishop e6. Got me. That's a great move. I resign. We're playing a 2-minute game now. 2-minute chess. Dude, this is crazy what he did. Bishop g4, bishop e6. I'm going back to g2. Oh my god. I'm really not in a good mood today. Already. It's the craziest thing. Alright, dude, whatever, man. This is just not chess. Let's just resign and go on to the next game. You just play like this crazy gambit that has no soundness. Why are we doing that? It's Weird Wednesday? But I mean, seriously, dude, just e5? This is just... Then all the time is gone. It's just a waste of time, this game. Alright, next. It's just bullet chess. This is exactly why I come here. Play bullet chess with people. See, I'm not having fun. Yeah, I mean, thanks. We don't have any time. This game was messed up by the server struggles. It's just 1 minute each. Did you get this out of the Lee Chess Opening Explorer or what, dude? Hey, that's probably popular. It is, see? This position has been played 1 million times because of bullet chess. Actually, these are not bullet games? Oh my god, there's no bullet. This is all blitz or longer. E5. I'm sorry, the move order was actually D5. So D5. It's so funny that if you look at the statistics, White's score is the same against D5 that it is against all the other moves. Unbelievable. That's disturbing. That's seriously disturbing. Look at the statistical breakdown. It's almost exactly balanced no matter what White plays. I mean, no matter what Black plays. Queen F6, the same. D5, the same. E4 the same. E4. Why don't you play that, dude? Why not E4? I mean, clearly that's superior. That has the same score for. Let's play another game. Let's have a rematch. Let's just pretend that game didn't happen. That was terrible. Totally destroyed by Lichess. 15 blitz games. 4 and 11. See, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. 3-0. You can add time. I guess. I don't know if both sides have to have that enabled. So explain to me how does Miro BTW have no inaccuracies after sacking a pawn for nothing? How exactly does that work? Sack a pawn for nothing is 0 inaccuracies? What? Like d5, that's not an inaccuracy? Dude, I mean, come on. What is this? Someone analyzed it with their Nokia? Dude, I mean, that's crazy. 0 inaccuracies. That loses a pawn, bro. That just loses a pawn. You're down a pawn now. So interestingly, the knight c4, the engine likes this a lot better. I feel sorry for these guys who actually play this. What's up with my filter, by the way? Why do I have so many? Oh, this is the problem. On this computer, the filter is down to like too low. All right, let's redo this. Yeah, we filter it without the 1000 players, and it starts looking a little more normal. Okay, there starts to be some semblance of reality here. Yeah, suddenly d5 does better than d5 does. Damn, what do I have to do to get like normal results? No, Lichess counts the first moves usually. Maybe the site crashed or something and the analysis bot messed up. Yeah, let's play the same colors again. Heisenberg, it's some bullet player. Aborigen. It's really scary that people who are 2700, this account will be like deleted. GM Urkus. Oh, brother. See, it's 3-0. This is what Grandmaster. This guy's a Grandmaster. 2571. He's a Magnus Carlsen bro. Playing that. That's great. Because 3-0 is basically bullet chess. It's just retarded. Alright. I expect like half the accounts that have played things to be like deleted. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do the Koltanowski attack or whatever. Koltanowski. What is this, the Boleslavsky opening? Wait, is this Boleslavsky? Or is it Constantinople ski? What ski is this? I'm supposed to like play bishop g2 and castle. Now I'm sacking a pawn after bishop g2. Of course, the situation is a little different here. Would you like pawn? Can you add me? Now you're a pawn grabber. Before you're a pawn giver. The Lord giveth and taketh away. I've never played this before, but I did I did notice that it's possible. I think it's almost like a reversed sort of Petrov. It seems plausible because Black's king is in the center on the open file. However, rook e1, bishop c5 is a little disturbing. I guess I'm supposed to play d3, thus the Petrov reference. It's essentially Petrovian. Now the question is, do we play rook e1, then takes e5, and then rook e1? He's big on bishop g4. He might go there again. But now he'll have to give up his bishop. Yeah, let's try it. Do you like taking pawns or giving pawns better? Wow, I didn't really seriously consider this move. But he just played it instantaneously. Dude, what is wrong with you? Why can't you stop and think about your moves for a second? That looks like one of 4 different options. Knight g5. So if I take, trade queens. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you're going to take with the knight on d8. I'm happy to see the queens leave the board against Hey, It's Miro. He likes queens. So who's better here? Have you thought about playing the King's Indian exchange variation? You might enjoy that. I guess white is just better already. But if I play knight c3, that could be a problem. Knight c3, bishop b4. So if I'm going to do this, I guess knight d2. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it this way. How's your development, bro? Yeah, he insta-played e4. My instinct would be that that's completely the wrong idea. I assume you should develop a piece here with bishop d6 and then knight e5, knight e5. What do I do? d4? But you need to spend some time and calculate. Oh, the other possibility was bishop g4. But actually, do I have a queen sack? Oh, snapple. Bishop g4, knight e5, bishop takes d1, knight takes c6 check. Man, I saw a variation like this. We have to check that after the game. I mean, it might have even been in this opening. How else could it have happened? It was the same exact concept. Bishop g4, I was thinking h3, and I get the 2 bishops for the pawn, but I think this might even work. Bishop g4, knight e5, bishop d1, knight c6, check. And then, what does black play? I don't know. King b7? Or something. Knight takes d8. King takes d8. That's a nice pawn. Yeah. At least I have a lead in development. But not much with a symmetrical structure. Oh, no. It's almost like Hayes Miro is the poster child for this mentality that I get all the time whenever I'm playing, not only on my stream but anonymously. People seem to play as if the main focus is on having more time than the other player. Like there's some bonus points for having more time than the other player. get extra credit or something. He always has to say like ahead on the clock. Like it's a competition or something. Alright, knight takes f6. We got a good structure. The Bolesowski attack worked. How's Budapest? Boiling? No. It was actually really chilly this week. I guess it's like polarized weather patterns. We had this like insane storms and then a massive high pressure system, I guess. So it was like super, super, super cold. Like it might have set a record this weekend or like Monday. I would say Monday like was record low temperature. Anonymous player. Maybe the all-time like low temperature for August 6th in Budapest, Hungary. It was really cold. I went outside and I was really jonesing that I didn't have a jacket. I'm gonna hang a piece. I really thought like, oh, there's no way it's cold enough that I'm gonna really regret not having a jacket. And I went outside and I was like freezing. It was crazy. All right. You're rushing me. I hate being rushed. Yeah, my family went to Romania in the mountains, and they said okay, Josh. And they said he said, my son said it was like he was like melting. It was so hot. He almost had a heat stroke. It's not like that. It's not been like that in Budapest. But there's so much street noise. I have to keep the windows closed, and I don't have like any kind of ventilation. So if I do stream, I have to turn the fan on, the air conditioner on, just as a sort of like on fan mode at least, has some air here. My last apartment was extremely hot, but this one just has street noise. You can't hear it if I close the windows, but then I can't breathe. So I can either suffocate or have loud noise. It's a good choice, really. I enjoy it either way. Another draw? You don't deserve a draw here. It should be worse. Who's Jonathan Robson? Is that some sort of philosopher or something? I mean, it's so funny that so many people have... I was just thinking about the UK. Like, UK is probably the best example of a country where people just simply can't afford to be professional chess players. Dude, and what's up with UPS? Did you see that yesterday? I just saw that, like, the United Parcel Service has agreed to contracts where, like, their delivery drivers are making, like, $170,000 a year or something. Are you effing kidding me? I'm going back to the United States and becoming a UPS driver, bro. That's just unbelievable. I mean, I realize it's, like, not an easy job, but $170,000 a year, including, okay, it's including, like, full, like, health benefits and shit. But, I mean, dude, that's just out of control. It's not like, you know, man, that's outrageous, bro. You guys have it so easy in the States. Union negotiations. Why should, like, UPS drivers make more than, like, teachers, you know? That's such bullshit. I mean, to be honest, Really? Package delivery drivers should make more money than teachers? Well, that's good. We have our priorities straight. I mean, there is the risk of, like, you know, well, either way, there's risk of getting, like, ganked by somebody. Wasn't like some, what was happening with the UPS driver? I was stunned by that, though. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why I'm even talking about it, but I was thinking about the cost of living in the States versus Europe and shit. Like, even people with the best jobs here in, like, multinational companies wouldn't make that kind of money. Trash truck drivers probably make like 6 figures a year. But I mean, teachers have unions. They still don't make $170,000 a year. Just as an example. All right. Let's just play Bullet. It's good to see WJ Loop subscribed at tier 1, 49 months. Holy bleeping bleep. He's so time oriented. The weird thing is, like, Hayes Miro is totally time oriented, yet his, like, faster time, I guess that's normal though. Everyone is like 200 points higher in rapid rather than blitz. But you would think, I don't understand exactly why that is. Why are the rapid ratings 150 points? It seems like it's gone down a little bit. Why are rapid ratings necessarily higher than blitz ratings across the board? Is there a reason for that? I would think it would take longer to get a high rating in rapid. Therefore, it takes longer to play enough games in rapid. Therefore, ratings would stay lower rather than higher. Good to be here. Let's see, what else do we got? In other news, Sladgie has to play in a really weak tournament in 2 weeks where I'm going to be like losing all my rating points to little kids that I really don't want to play. I'm really happy about that. And let's see, what else? I guess I should have thought about trying to avoid the exchange of rooks. I guess I can avoid the exchange of rooks, actually. I can avoid it. I think it's something to consider. This guy wants to go vacuum cleaner on me. Now, normally not a draw player, the Hayes Miro, aka Miro BTW. But this particular position, you know, you're kind of anticipating rook d8 here. I could exchange rooks or I can avoid the exchange of rooks. But if I were to avoid the exchange of rooks, let's say like rook f2, black can play bishop c4. My rook is like frozen. If I play rook g2, he plays bishop d5, trading the bishops off, which might even be worse than trading the rooks off. What is he doing? He's just gonna like lose on time. I'm going to lose on time. Sorry, my correction. Correction. I'm going to lose on time. Okay, objectively, this is a draw. And I wanted to keep the bishops on the board. But he only has the slight weakness. It's not enough to win for me. He really should be happy to exchange pieces there. Instead, he's avoiding the exchange of pieces. Obviously, that makes sense. No, I don't know. No, it's not so simple. I mean, the bishop keeps his pawn protected. I guess if he does trade bishops, there's a chance my rook will pick off the f5 pawn. I think objectively, like, either way, this is a really bad move. h5 is a bad move. He's fixing another pawn on the wrong color. Now he wants to trade bishops. Of course you do. Just... what? Panicking. He's playing fast because he's afraid to get into time pressure. There are different classifications of people who play fast. Though I think he doesn't mind, like, winning on time. Basically, like, h5 was a really bad move. Maybe I can trap my own bishop if I'm really lucky. Thanks for letting me win, man. I mean, you played like a perfect game to a degree until the end. Relatively perfect game till the end. When it still should be a draw. I just have like a nagging advantage here. It was actually 0.0 before you played f5. See, like, fixing your own pawns on the wrong color is totally not the right idea. I was also concerned you could grab this pawn, but I thought I had b3. I didn't realize you could just go c4 immediately. Yeah, you could have grabbed the pawn. If I had time to play bishop d5, maybe I could try to trap your bishop, but there's no time. Oh, yeah, you had me drawn and quartered. Although the opening was fun, huh? We wanted to check this. Oh yeah, Lee Chess database. So Topalov, Carlson. Wow. Wow, there's only one game with bishop g2. I thought I checked it with the engine. Wei Yi, of all people, versus this guy who gets to play everybody. The Richie Rich. One of the Richie Rich stars. Okay, Wei Yi versus Richie Rich. Knight c4, castles, and now novelty d5. Richie Rich played knight f6, which is actually, in a sense, a little safer than d5. You keep the ability to play d6. You gotta give Wei Yi credit for playing like me, though. d3, knight f6, and I just have, you know, I'm just gonna get my pawn back. I thought bishop d6 was the best move, but the engine doesn't agree. It looks like it's bishop e6. Bishop e6, I take the pawn back, take. It's basically Petrov motif here, and it's like equal. Or possibly black's a tiny bit better. Yeah. Hiroku. I can't wait until teachers bring automatic weapons to school. Well, you won't have any children, and you're too old to go to, I mean, you don't have any children in school. You're too old to have children in school. Well, you have to worry about your grandchildren at this point, Nedog. I think that's your serious issue. We're supposed to play weird openings. Politically correct pale face attack with F3. I'm not gonna play like total trash. But let's play the total trash. Let's play the Black Mardemer. You do have a child in school. I thought he was like graduated by now. Isn't he like 30? No, I figured he was like graduating from school. Isn't he 18 yet? Alright. You should like move to a country where like people aren't getting gunned down in schools every day. Just sick, man. Alright, knight c6 is an interesting move. That's played in the spirit of that's spade in the spirit of Bob Barker. Spade in the spirit of Bob Barker. Did you hear that? Played in the spirit of the Dutch defense, Staunton Gambit is what I wanted to say. Heroku.com to deploy apps. Damn, dude. You deploy drones as well? What kind of apps do you deploy? NetDog is a cyber criminal. Deploying viruses. I always assumed it just sounded like Hikaru, but was Heroku. Knight b8. Now, you gotta play knight e5 there. Knight b8 is definitely a mistake. Okay, not a big mistake, like a little, I think a little mistake, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe knight b8 is fine. I'm wrong on a regular basis. NetDog, you're like the biggest nerd I ever met, man. How's your bipolarism? I think I got some from you. Is that shit contagious? Alright. Why do I want to play bishop? I want to play bishop f4. I do. I want to develop. I got it from eating the wrong mushrooms. Alright. No joking about mushrooms this week. Some woman is like accused of poisoning her in-laws or something with like deadly mushrooms in Australia. Not accused, but suspected. Alright. Knight b8 wasn't a bad move, probably. Actually, probably. Why don't you go musical on stream? It's like, why don't you talk about politics? Because nobody ever, like, could agree, even if I did want to play music on stream. People would never, you know, you pick something, it would just be like a constant, like, I don't like this, I like that. I like this, I like that. I don't know. Go musical. My buddy grows and researches mushrooms for a lab in Boston. Oh, did you see that, like, forest mushrooms can eat plastic? There was a science article about that. Those big, those big ass mushrooms that like eat into trees, they can literally like absorb plastic. This possibly has great implications for getting rid of, unwanted like plastic. Mushrooms are amazing, right? Acerbate. This is kind of a weird move. I mean, you're preventing me from castling, but only temporary. I mean, honestly, this is probably more constructive than constructive rather than destructive. There are already tons of microplastics in my body. You think? So if I eat mushrooms, maybe the mushrooms will absorb the microplastics. We need like a microplastic magnet that like sucks the microplastics out of your body. Yeah, National Geographic, dude. They like fired all their staff writers. They're gonna like outsource their reporting now. It's really pretty bad. I mean, like letting all their whole like staff go. It's really sick. They had like an in-house, staff of science writers, and now they're letting them all go. It's really sad, dude. You get to post links. I don't know. G South is always a real sarcastic guy. Always angry and sarcastic. G Sours. Special privileges for people who have known me for like 20 plus years, man. I can actually trust them, unlike most people online. Schumacher. Maybe he's not the real Nedog. Maybe he's a fake. I mean, he has like a 10-year-old. It's not rare. I mean, it's not rare. Yeah, whatever. It's rare that I get people crossing over from the real world into my stream. Crossover viewers. I don't understand that. Like, you just said your child was in school. How can your child be in school and be 19 years old without like being left back a year or two? Yeah, I forgot that you and Sean were friends. I actually met. Dude, that doesn't count as school. When you talk about school and teachers and guns, you're talking about like primary schools. Most school shootings happen, in like high schools and elementary schools. College doesn't count. You deceived everyone with that comment. You're not, college is not like an obligatory school that everybody has to go to. All right. I thought you meant like high school. H6. That's what I was saying. You know, why I thought he was too old to be in school. That's crazy. The last time I saw you was like he was like a little kid. Well, the only yeah, 19. Only time I met him. All right. Well, I guess he was like 11 or no, he would have been 8, 9. 9. 9. It was like 10 years ago. He's in college, dude. You get to post links. Mr. Coffee, are people allowed to post links in here? Is that fair? Yeah, that's the last time I saw you. That was ages ago. That was before time started like speeding up. I wish I could go back and redo some things since the last 10 years. Even stuff from like 2006 seems to me like it was just yesterday. If you think about it, like years aren't that long. A year is like, it seems like long, like the whole concept of years. But there's 365 days in a year, you know, and the bottom line is that it's just not that long. As we conceptualize years, seem like, oh, years. But think about it, like 10 years is 3,000 something days. 3,650 days or whatever. Not really that much, you know, when you think about it. Should I just take the pawn? Is it time? Time to take the pawn. We just have a better pawn structure. Last move was better. I was just so used to like not taking the pawn that I sort of forgot. I sort of forgot like the long-term plan was to take the pawn at some point. Basically, it turned into a Dutch anyway. How did you do that? How did you do that? How did you turn the black side of the black Mardimer into a Dutch? Actually, like, this is, I'm like saying, oh, it's like a Staunton Gambit. It's ridiculous, dude. It is a Staunton Gambit. What am I talking about? This is like Staunton Gambit, except you're supposed to play knight f6 first. Knight c6 right away. How would that happen? d4, f5, e4 takes. d4, f5, e4 takes. Knight c3. Yeah. Knight f6, f3. So it's like a weird move order for the Staunton Gambit. You get people like Nedog talking a lot, or like Bob or whoever, and then they distract me from playing chess. And I'm like socially isolated, so I'm looking for an excuse to break my concentration and just talk in the chat. But I played the Deemer because we're supposed to play weird openings today. Deemer. Deemler. I feel that there's something here. There's a smell, an odor of tactics in the air. Bishop takes c7, queen c7, d6. It's very interesting, but it also would open up these bishops. White is definitely on the verge of winning. Bishop takes c7. There's also knight e4 there. Knight e4, rook e4, d6. Alright, I'm going to do it. I'm gonna regret it if I do that. Takes d6. Knight takes e4, rook takes e4. Nah, just take on c5. But the problem is if I take on c5, he takes my bishop on f4. And without the dark square bishop, it's a little hard to attack him. I like this dynamic a bit more. This looks kind of problematic for black. Was knight takes g5 a move? Legal move. This position could be problematic. No, I don't know, maybe. I didn't see that. Knight takes g5. The problem with knight takes g5 is like, oh no, a network error. Problem with knight takes g5 is that there's no forcing nature to that move. Knight takes g5 doesn't really have like that big of a threat, I guess. Knight takes f7 maybe. So, right, bishop takes b3, of course. Crushing me. Fred the Crusher. I got a network error too. It was some kind of hiccup with Twitch. Twitch hiccup. Brutal, Sladgie. That was simply brutal. I made a mistake. I know what my mistake was. I played the Black Mardemer. The end's just going to be like, you played the Black Mardemer. That's a mistake. No, that's a blunder. I made multiple mistakes. A lot of mistakes, actually. Wow. Ooh, I made tons of mistakes. Okay, e4 is a big one. Who's like the best like real player to actually play this? Juan Mayado, my old bingo friend. Trump. Velimirovich played it. That's cool. All right. Yeah, f5 is a really risky move. So knight f6 is knight f6 transposes. This is a line and this is a line. These are lines in the this move I had never seen before, knight c6. It gets a dubious from the engine, and it gives knight b8 a dubious as well. Okay, knight here is good because you have knight e5 and knight f7 a lot of times. Knight f7 will help protect your king in this Dutch type position. That's why I was critical of that move in the beginning, but apparently queen d2 is like question mark. Bishop g4 a bit. All right, guys, let's move on. Move on. Subscribers first. Schumacher and Shaki. Shushu the Shark Khan. Shushu the dragon in Hungarian. What? What? What are we gonna play against Karo Khan? What? Oh. Let's play the hillbilly attack. He was prepared for that. All the noobs play pawn takes pawn there. You're better off playing bishop b3. I had some tough games against someone on sound. He's tricky and he really preps his openings, and he played me like 3 or 4 times with this. And I would always make fun of the hillbilly. But Magnus has played it. Obviously Simon Williams, BFD, has played it. You know, he plays all kinds of trashy stuff, but it's fun for like blitz or rapid to play this hillbilly attack. Now I'm supposed to play Queen H5. Right? Right? Or wrong? Right. Double exclamation point according to Shaki. I wouldn't know. I don't know if we should go that far. You know, it's interesting though that Stockfish doesn't really do like exclamation points. Stockfish is a mean coach. It just gives you bad news, no good news. Never gives you exclamation points when you analyze a game. It's kind of mean. White is winning now. Yeah. I'm winning. Just resign. I'm winning. I played the perfect game. Mainline hillbilly attack. Double exclamation point.
Yeah.
Alright. The green button. Press the green button. I've tried both G6 and E6 there. I honestly don't know what's better. Yes. How did our viewers drop from 30 to 20 because we had the internet hiccup? Alright. Now, knight C3. And here, it seems to me like this is a position where someone on sound would do this like pawn sack, no? F3. Am I supposed to sack a pawn with F3? It's like F3, E3, D4. I think I'm supposed to play F3, E3, D4. You showed up and you made the stream crash. I got no notifications on my... I got no notifications. Actually, that's really weird. Like right now as we speak, Streamlabs desktop says I have 29 viewers. Oh no, it just caught up. Yeah, we had dropped from 30 to 20. I think I'm getting the hang of this. I think it must be some kind of drug use or language barrier. I'm not sure which, maybe both. Yeah, someone on sound and I... Man, did he take here? He didn't take here. I feel like he would play D4. Does that seem right, Master? D4? All right. Tic Tac. No, I'll see you on Twitter. Twitter X. For our cage match. I'm proud. I said I'm proud to have never had a Twitter account. I always found it annoying even before Elon Musk took it over. He took like a bad thing and made it like 5 times worse. It takes real talent to do that. Excuses, excuses. No, I mean, it's just a tool. I guess, in some sense, it was okay. I like bishop h6, but what am I going to do? If you take, and take, my structure gets a little bit compromised. I think maybe I'm jumping the gun here. What would summon on sound do? I don't know. Bishop d2, knight c3. Bishop h6, chop, chop, chop. Because black can't castle kingside there. Has a hard time, relatively hard time developing. I think this is a tough call, though, for white. Yeah, I don't know, man. The guy just keeps saying weird stuff. It's totally not clear whether he's talking to me or someone else, but it's just weird and it needs to stop. Call the Samaritans. Mental health crisis? Masturbate's awfully quiet today. He had a shroom overdose. Now, one thing I didn't consider here were alternatives to pawn takes knight. Queen g7 is a pretty interesting idea, actually. Deposit queen here. Please deposit 25 cents. But if I play queen g7, you know, black plays rook f8, and ultimately, basically immobilizing my own queen. Knight takes c3, queen takes d4. And then black has queen e5 coming, so I think this is forced. This was the plan anyway. I think white is not worse and possibly better, but it's a kind of weird position. I have no idea, dude. It was like he was having a convo with, yeah, a person that was invisible or something. No. Is there like an invisible person in the chat who's like shadow banned or something? Or he's just having like delusions? He's acted weird in the past, but not always. Nedog tried to engage him by talking about some computer programming thing. That might have like set him off or something. I don't know what we were like judging chess players' mental health. Um, what's the sense in judging chess players' mental health for? We should just expect all chess players to be raving mad. He also said toxicness. Well, he's like Turkish or something, so he's not a English's first language speaker, as far as I know. Um, as far as I remember, he's been a subscriber on and off for a long time, although more of a viewer. I think he gets gift subbed a lot. Sometimes I go off of on the grammar here, but it's really it's probably really not fair to go off on grammar when most of my viewers are like not necessarily even like first language English speakers. Um, those Mexicans, for example, like Nadog. What am I doing? Queen d6 is a good move. I thought maybe queen c7. I don't know which is better. Queen d6 makes sense. You're not castling. Don't even think about it. What do you want to do? You want to play bishop e6 and try to castle queenside? Is that your big plan? Your master plan? Unbelievable. The master plan. Knight f4 is a funny move. It's pretty kinky, actually. Where does black go after knight f4? I don't know. It's probably a bad move, actually. Something productive would be better. Something constructive. Constructive, even. Alright, let's just castle. So I guess you're going to try to play bishop e6. That would be my assumption. One possibility is c4 that I only like thought of just now. c4. He's going to try to castle queenside, and what else can he do? And that's not making sense to me. That move doesn't make that much sense. Are you going to just let me have your f7 pawn? I felt really bad because I was at the poker club and this other American guy showed up, and he's always making this like pronunciation mistake, and I'm such a jerk that I like pointed it out, and I realized immediately that like it's just a frustration of constantly having other people like point out my mistakes in Hungarian in a kind of rude way. Or they don't point them out, they like make fun of me, for like mispronouncing stuff. And I realized like I'm so frustrated by that I jump on the chance to make fun of someone else. It's like displaced aggression or something. Immediately I just like apologized. He said it didn't bother him, but I mean, dude, it's so childish to be like, you did the same thing I do all the time, basically. Alright, that's a nice pawn you've got there. Show a little compassion. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't seem like this was Black's plan. Look at those juicy weaknesses. He really wanted to play bishop e6. Why didn't he play bishop e6 when he had the chance? So that's the question. Nevertheless, he's still alive. He's a little too alive, in my opinion. Pawns should eat plants, not people. Fish are friends, not food. That's Jesse's thing. Jesse's girl. Holy shit, bro. Nedog style. F5. I mean, E5. You're doing the impossible, man. You're doing the impossible again. That's illegal. You know you're not supposed to do that kind of move. That's not cool, man. The crazy tactics. No busting the crazy tactics, please. I love that. Long distance fork. It's a beautiful thing, man. The long distance fork. You're not going anywhere, bro. Got me. Ow. Oh, he went right into it. King B8 is a better move. Oh, this is a good game. I got good marks for this game. This must have been like a masterpiece. This might bring someone on sound back. If I keep playing his openings, I'll like channel him. I keep playing his annoying systems. Probably my best game today. Torelli tires. Wow, there's no games here. So this isn't right. What the heck? That's weird, man. Nobody plays Bishop G7? That's like a totally logical move for black here. Why is this not a good move? It's like the best move. What if we look up my games from black? Yeah, I played Bishop G7 twice. I won both games. And then going back to 2018, I played Bishop F5, which is kind of artificial, hanging onto the pawn. That's weird, man. Bishop G7 is like the best move. No, I swear I thought I had this with someone on sound. DE3. I can't believe it. We must have had a slightly different move order. Oh, no, we had this. Exactly. Okay. So he tried takes, and he tried knight on G to E2. You're right. Our weird opening fan viewer is right. Knight on G to E2. I played knight A6 here, which isn't that great according to the engine. I don't think I would play B5. City Slicker variation. But my move is like a novelty, D4. Is not a novelty on Lee chess, probably. What's the main move? Material is everything. People are so materialistic. Of course D takes E3 is the main move. But I got this from someone on sound who studied this far more than me. The whole idea to not necessarily take the pawn. So D4 was played the second most common move. Castles. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, castles is the most normal thing to do. He could also play a5. Right. So we're following some game where you played the exact same move this dude did with knight d5. But yeah, I mean, you should develop your pieces. You should develop your pieces. Castles or bishop e6. This is okay, I guess, but it still leaves me this possibility to go bishop h6, which is what I did. We followed this exact game. Exactly. And what happened? This guy didn't... Oh, he played queen d6 immediately, which is like almost losing by force because of knight e4. No, I thought you would play knight takes c3 and disrupt my pawn structure. Actually, I thought this was okay, what you did. But my expectation was that you would play bishop e6. Okay, c4 is not that clear. Anyway, I don't know. The hillbilly attack, there's like more questions than answers, probably. I guess the biggest problem for black is that it gives you a lot of ways to play. Like, it's not clear what the best is, necessarily. Calm and Chill has 0 games. Is like, are they blocked or something? No, that's a different Alright. There's a lot of Oms. One of them is like blocked. Do you have enough games? No. We've got like players with no games here. Why did I drop to 11 viewers suddenly? We had 30 viewers, then we had 20 viewers, now we have 11 viewers. Are those like cheese.com bots that are like abandoning me or something? It's really strange. I mean, it seems like my viewer numbers should slightly go up as I stream, not like jump around from like 30 to 20 to 10. Like they're coming in groups. I have to go soon anyway too, guys, so we're near the end of the stream. We're nearing the end of our stream. We have 25 minutes left. Not the end, but we have 25 minutes left, basically. I stream for 2 hours in the mornings, usually. I really can't do more than that. But unfortunately, these players are like non-established. Unless there's some sort of donation or exceptional event, I'm going to have to decline and go back to doing puzzles. Mr. Coffee's Smurf account. Calm and chill. Chill and calm. No, but seriously, what's the best way to play against the... The initial reaction, by the way, Schumacher, here, I really don't know if d takes e4 is necessarily the only good way to play. I think I tried a5 once. Over the board. No games. Network error again. Something going on with everything. We've got problems with Twitch. We've got problems with Lichess before. The only thing that hasn't crashed is my broadcasting software, oddly. Twitch like crashed twice. Well, at least the player crashed twice for me. And the site crashed earlier. So I played a5 twice against someone on sound. And I guess the first time he played a4 and the engine doesn't like it. And the second time he played e takes d after analyzing. And there's this weird game, a4, bishop c4, c takes d5. I ended up losing this. Check, bishop d7. He had studied all this. My problem was that my a pawn got like overextended. And he had studied this at home. So now I took with the knight, which is okay. D4, E6. This is a simul game. And apparently I played fine. I played just fine. I don't know what went wrong here. I mean, I just remember like being worried about my A-pawn. Ultimately. Alright, let's go to analysis board. No, let's go to finish that puzzle. Oh, this is a new puzzle. Great. New puzzle. Endgame puzzle. Good. Good. I like me some in-game puzzles. So, alright, what's wrong with, like, king c2 here? King c2, bishop f5 check, take, h7, okay. King c2, b1 check. So what's the problem? Like, he's going to go after my pawn. King c2, king f6, king takes b2, king g5. I mean, I could also just like move the bishop. Bishop b1. This is a weird puzzle. It looks like white should be winning. I mean, like it's not even a puzzle. King c2, king f6, king b2, king g5. Is that the idea? No. Then I'm really like dropping the pawn on h6. So I guess king c2, king f6, move the bishop somewhere. There's no tricks, like, is there? Oh, bishop g6. Bishop e4. You could play like bishop e4. But he's still going to play king f6. So what does bishop e4 do at the end of the day? And this square isn't significant for any reason. I'm still waiting for one last challenge for today. Guys, please donate to the World Senior. Not to the World Senior, donate to me and my trip to the World Senior. Terracini, Sicilia, October. So I can get back the rating points I'm about to lose in my upcoming tournament to little kids who are underrated. Help pay for these little kids to get free rating points. Donate to my trip to the World Senior so I can give little kids free rating points and get them back. All right. Yeah, this is a weird puzzle. I mean, okay, king c2, king f6, king b2, king g5. That appears to be the kind of position where black will hold on. The fact that my pawn is on a4 is on the wrong color isn't good. But I feel like there's some sort of trick or something. I mean, bishop somewhere, but why does it even matter where I put my bishop? Bishop g6, king f6, h7, king g7. I don't really get it. Like, why does it matter where I put my bishop? If you can't take the pawn, I mean, if you can't take the bishop on g6, then why does it matter where I put it? What's the point? Bishop c2 is getting in the way of my king. just don't get this puzzle. This is so weird. I would assume white was like winning in all lines, barring dropping the h6 pawn. But the puzzle means like there's only one line that wins, basically. There's only one winning move. Otherwise it wouldn't be a puzzle. There's only one winning move in this position. King c2, king f6, king b2, king g5. And I figured that's how you screw it up. You let him get the h6 pawn and hold on. But if I move my bishop, I could not go to g8 because then he has bishop f5. Actually, yeah. I have to move the bishop somewhere where it keeps this pawn from moving forward. So bishop g6, king f6. Yeah, okay. Bishop g6, king f6, h7, king g6, h8, b1 queen. Bishop e4, that's even worse. King takes e4, h7, b1 queen. Somehow I have to combine the two ideas. Although objectively, maybe like bishop d3 allows c4. I could see that being a problem. Bishop b1 is a unique move. My problem with bishop b1 is my a4 pawn get attacked. So if bishop b1, king f6, let's say, bishop b1, king f6, king c2, king g6, bishop e1, king f6, h7, king g7, bishop d3, c4. So what does that leave us with? Bishop f5, bishop f5, bishop e4, bishop c2, I can't approach the pawn. This is really giving me a headache. It only leaves me with king c2. So if I play king c2, the problem is then he goes king f6. What's the trick? What is the trick here? Seriously, there just doesn't seem to be a trick. King c2, king f6, bishop e4. Now the problem will be my a pawn. See? For example, king c2, king f6, bishop e4, bishop d7. How do I protect my a pawn? I have to protect the a pawn, protect the h pawn, and win his pawn on b2. How can you do all of those things? Keep all three of my pawns and win his pawn on b2. You know, bishop d3, c4 doesn't seem great. King c2, king f6, king b2, king g5. Maybe I'm winning there, you know, like king c4, king b2, king g5, king b3, king h6, bishop somewhere. Like where though? I don't see it. What about c4? That would be ironic, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be ironic if c4 was white's winning move? I don't know, man. I don't think so. It's like putting all the pawns in the wrong color. If c4, king f6, I'm just going to drop the h pawn. Let's see, c4, king h6. What's the point? Like, how does my king get in on the queen side? c4, king f6, bishop somewhere. Let's say c4, king f6, bishop d3, bishop d7, bishop c2, bishop e6. Maybe this works. c4. King e3 is an interesting move. Do you have to stop bishop d1? Well, I don't really know that bishop d1 is a threat, but yeah, king e3 was suggested. No, I mean, I think king e3, bishop d1, you know, there's immediate that problem. Well, I don't particularly want to allow bishop d1. Let's put it that way. I just think, you know, there may be an ironic move. I mean, is the idea like c4, king f6, king c2, king g5? No. So c4, king f6, I have to move my bishop, which would mean something like defending my a pawn. c4, king f6, bishop c2, bishop e6, king c3, king can't go to g5, bishop d7, let's say, bishop d7, and then bishop c2, bishop e6, king c3, bishop d7. He could just move his king somewhere, but where? King f7. And there's something about c4 that's really weird. He gives my king another square to attack the pawn from. But even though I'm putting all my pawns on the wrong color, I'm not convinced here. I don't see what king e3 does. Bishop g8 doesn't work. Bishop b1, king f6, every variation. Bishop b1, king f6, h7, king g7. How about bishop c2, king f6? I could combine ideas. You could combine ideas like bishop c2, king f6, let's say c4 there, then like bishop e6 attacking my pawn, king c3, but I'm threatening something. It's not really clear. I feel like I am, though. Well, what if he wins my pawn? Guys, oh, you can't see my puzzle rating? Oh. Yeah, I didn't realize that. $1,400. I don't think it really, like, I put too much emphasis on this. That's weird. Window capture? Why can't I move it? Window capture. I'm clicking window capture and I can't adjust it. That's really weird, dude. Okay, that's super strange. It's not letting me move my window capture. It's some kind of bug. 25 50 or something. 25.55. My puzzle rating momentarily is 25.55. I don't know, man. I just don't see it for sure. I don't see it. Why is bishop f3, bishop g4 a mistake? Another question. Well, how would I know if it's a mistake or not? How do you know it's a mistake? I guess he gets the bishop out of potential threat. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's a mistake or not. Why is bishop f3, bishop g4 a mistake? Well, I wouldn't know that, Mr. Coffee, unless you happen to give me the hint. It allows bishop e4. I don't know, man. It's all nice, you know, it's fine and good to play bishop e4, but he can take it, and on h7 he makes his own queen. So they usually start the puzzle at the point a blunder occurred. Oh, interesting. I never really had that idea. I thought they usually start the blunder the moment a puzzle occurred. That's what I normally do. If it were a blitz game, I would play king c2. He would play king f6. And then I could like put my bishop on, say, e4. But here's my problem. Because my pawn on a4 is like lodged on a light square, I can play bishop e4. Let's say king c2, king f6, bishop e4, bishop d7, hitting my a pawn. Now what do? I can play king b3, but I don't seem to have necessarily any sort of threat. If I take on b2, he takes my a pawn with bishop takes a4. I mean, I'm just losing my mind. The only idea I could kind of come up with was c4. I guess you could start the puzzle with bishop c2, king f6, and then play c4. Though I'm not sure what difference that makes. Bishop e6, king c3, bishop whatever, you know, bishop f7, I don't know. Bishop somewhere. Bishop f7. And how do I make progress without dropping one of my pawns? Does white allow black promote to queen? I mean, that's like the variation I was talking about. Bishop e4, king e4, h7. But I would really need like another move before that can work. No, what you really want to work is something like bishop f5. It's just never happening. Yeah, it would be possible to like promote the queen and like pick off his queen somehow. But I'd have to queen like before him. I'd have to build a queen before him, you know, so like bishop e4 and h7, and then he takes on e4, and then I queen, and then he queens, and then I play queen h7, and then he plays bishop f5, and I still don't skewer his queen to his king.
This is a disaster, man. Let's say king c2, king f6. I have to move the bishop. Bishop e4. So it'd be like bishop b1, king f6, king c2, bishop b1, king f6, king c2, bishop d7, king b3. Now how do I make progress? Oh, I can do like bishop c2 and then pick off his pawn. Alright, so I'm going to say bishop b1. Damn. I got it wrong. Alright. I got it wrong. It was a hard puzzle. I was going to second try c4. Nope. No, it's weird. It's a weird puzzle. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's see what the solution is. It's king c2, which is like the most natural move in the world. Alright. King f6, bishop e4. Now my problem was bishop d7. I saw this. But my issue here was that I didn't think that we had any threats. Doesn't black have a waiting move in this position? King f7. King f7, bishop c2, and then I'm going to win the pawn anyway. Okay, so why does bishop b1 not work? Because king f6, I wanted to play this. He has king g5. This is what I missed. I'm sorry, king g6. So I have to play h7, then king g7, and I can't cross over. Okay, yeah, I was... And c4 just puts the pawns on the wrong color. It's ironic, because like king c2 is the move I would play in a blitz game. But I talked myself out of it here. Now only bishop e4. No, but this is the really key idea. This is the really tough part, because if you play king takes b2, it's a draw, right? Okay, you got to move your bishop. It's a question of where. G8, D3, or E4. There's three possibilities. Bishop G8 doesn't work. Bishop E4 works, and Bishop D3 doesn't work. Bishop D3 doesn't work. This isn't good enough. I talked about that, ironically. I'm not quite sure why. C4, bishop takes c4. This isn't a draw. Wow. King g6, king takes b2, and this is a winning position for white. That I would not know. I would not know. That's like really tough. Only 2 pawns against 1 left. Black has an amazing move here. Bishop takes c4, bishop d1 check. Wow. King b2, bishop takes a4, and that is a draw. I would assume that is a draw. So basically, like, you gotta play king c2, and then this is the only move that wins. The others just don't work. Centralization. My problem was that I thought this was like gonna hold for black. But the point is we can bring the bishop back, which was my plan with bishop b1 anyway. I was trying to do the same thing a different way, but what I missed was that he could play king g6. So I thought I can play here, but I forgot you can play king f6, king c2, king g6. And now king takes, king takes. And I'm not going to be able to win those pawns without losing one of mine. Yeah, good puzzle. Anyway, guys, I got to go. Thanks for watching. We're going to be back tomorrow night with a subscriber stream on the other streaming site, kick.com/Sladgie. Check it out tomorrow night. Especially if you're not banned. Alright, Mr. Coffee, thank you for coming by. And Asterbait, have a good sleep. I'll see you guys later. Thank you. Bye-bye.